Chapter 14, Home is Wherever Your Family Is. We'll be best friends forever and ever and ever, Deacon said as he hugged the puppy tightly in his arm. She squirmed. Her name is Mia. The timing was perfect. It was the start of a new year, and Deacon's 4th birthday was tomorrow. A few weeks ago, Ashley took Deacon to meet the puppy that Julia had mentioned, and Deacon absolutely fell in love with her. It was a sign that Ashley had been waiting for. But puppies can't be adopted until they're at least 8 weeks old. Now Mia was old enough to officially join into their family. Deacon would finally have a buddy who could keep him company during the long days when he and Ashley had to travel from property to property to check on all the rescue animals. You will never need to worry about a thing ever again, Ashley told Mia. We will love you and care for you every day you are here on this earth. Ashley knew Deacon felt the same way. She was so proud of him. He was concerned when animals are suffering, and he wanted to help, even though he was young. Compassion will always be the easiest and one of the most valuable things we can teach our children, Ashley thought, and it literally costs nothing to be compassionate. Deacon had so much love to give, and that warmed her heart. She had given her son a gift, much more than a new puppy. Compassion was a gift that kept on giving. The next day, she wrote a special birthday post on social media. She wanted all her supporters to know what an amazing kid Deacon was. He is compassionate, funny, polite, respectful, loving, and so very smart. He amazes me each day with his huge, beautiful heart, she wrote. He has helped to welcome so many rescue animals into our sanctuary. He helps them feel comfortable, loved, and safe here. He shows them unconditional love regardless of what they look like or where they come from. He inspires me to keep fighting for a better world for him. I know for a fact I wouldn't be half the woman I am today without this beautiful soul. You will do amazing things in this lifetime, my little superhero. I love you so much, buddy. Pumpkin's 3rd surgery was finally about to move forward, but plans were changing. The metal plate that was inserted into Pumpkin's first leg had started bothering her. The veterinarians could tell she was uncomfortable and that her leg was giving her trouble. After some x-rays, the veterinarians found some good news. The plate had helped the bones fuse together permanently, so they could remove the plate and her leg would be strong on its own. Pumpkin didn't need metal plates anymore. During the 3rd surgery, the plate that was inserted during her 1st surgery was removed from her leg. The veterinarians were curious to see what would happen next. They knew the leg had healed, but they wanted to be sure everything was 100% okay before they removed the metal from the other 2 legs. Meanwhile, Ashley was nervous about Pumpkin's rising veterinary bills. They were approaching, oh my gosh, you guys, this is such a big number, $40,000 quickly. And Ashley had to keep asking her supporters for donations. She was sure some people thought she was insane. They probably thought that the kind of money could be spent in other ways, like on a new property. When Ashley had originally asked her supporters to donate toward a potential new location, she spoke her true feelings. I've been very hesitant to post a fundraiser for this purpose, not for any specific reason other than I just hate to ask for more help. You all do so much to help the animals here endlessly, as do we. Would she be able to raise tens of thousands of dollars for Pumpkin on top of tens of thousands of more dollars for a new location? She recalled a commenter who said, all success stories start with a dream. Dream big. Well, she had that part down. Her vision was potentially too big, especially because of Julia's latest idea. Julia proposed a unique solution to Ashley's problem. It turned out that Julia's sanctuary was also looking to expand. Since her property bordered on the back of the old dairy farm that was for sale, she thought she and Ashley could buy it together. That way, the cost would be lower for Ashley, and Julia could build a new pig barn, a new horse barn, and maybe even the volunteer center she wanted so badly. Julia would need about 70 acres for her own ranch, and Ashley could have the remaining 100 acres for the new location of Twist of Fate Farm and Sanctuary. Julia knew that finding a farm was hard. She had looked at more than 50 properties before finding the right location for her sanctuary. The first time she visited the farm she purchased, she thought it would be out of her budget, which is like a set amount of money you want to spend. But she figured out a way to make it work because she knew in her heart that it was the right choice. She hoped that Ashley would see that she was destined to buy this old dairy farm. Ashley admired Julia's spirit. She didn't let anything stop her from rescuing animals, whether it was money or even her own allergies. Julia was actually allergic to animals, and sometimes her skin would turn puffy and red, a stark contrast to her bright blonde hair. But she spent every day saving animals anyway. Of course, Ashley wanted a new property, but Pumpkin's rising bills were making these decisions not so easy. When she started this process, they estimated that pumpkin surgeries were going to cost $13,000. She had no idea that it was going to end up costing more than twice that. But they were already halfway through the journey and they just couldn't stop now. Plus, all of the people who had donated money to Pumpkin wanted that money to go to Pumpkin. It made them happy to know their money was saving a horse's life. We've gone so far. We just have to keep going, Ashley told herself. She couldn't give up on Pumpkin now, no matter how much it cost. After a long recovery, the veterinarians did a fourth surgery to remove the plates from the other two legs. Was this the last surgery? Ashley couldn't be sure. Pumpkin still had a fourth leg that they hadn't even touched yet. The fourth leg had been wrapped in a splint this whole time. It was the leg they were the least worried about. Thankfully, there was more good news. The leg had managed to heal itself over time, thanks to the bandaging and the physical therapy. If they didn't have to do a surgery, then they weren't going to. Pumpkin's surgeries were now complete. They had once thought that she would never walk without help, but now Pumpkin had proven them all wrong. Overall, there had been a lot of twists and turns, but Ashley trusted the veterinarians to make it all work out. Things were constantly changing when it came to Pumpkin's needs, and Ashley wanted to do what was best for her. The best news was that Pumpkin would be able to walk now completely unassisted. It was a better turnout than Ashley could ever had expected. But now there was the $20,000 left to pay. Pumpkin couldn't be certain, but all four of her legs were feeling pretty good. She was walking around with no problems for the first time in her life. Her mom looked happy. She felt happy. The people that were caring for her were happy. That could only mean one thing. It was almost time to go home.